Hello FPL managers and welcome back for another video. My name's Jack and today I'm discussing some players to buy for Double GAMEWEEK 22. These are three players with less than a 10% ownership right now that you guys could consider bringing into your team for a nice rank rise. If you guys are looking forward to more FPL content, drop a like and subscribe as it really does help out the channel, and click the notification bell as well to stay up to date with all of the FPL videos coming your guys' way shortly. And with that being said, let's jump into the video. So let's have a look at three of some of my favorite Double GAMEWEEK 22 options for you guys to bring into your teams. The first one here is Bruno Fernandes, and yes, a lot of people are looking at Marcus Rashford or Shaw, who are two of the more higher owned Manchester United assets. Even Weghorst as well, if you can get nailed on minutes for Manchester United, could be a nice forward pick there as well. But I do like Bruno Fernandes at 9.9. He's been a popular transfer in so far this week, but still has an ownership of just 7.5%. Obviously, I would encourage anyone to use their transfers this early, as of course this Double GAMEWEEK is still yet to be confirmed, but assuming that it does go ahead, as Manchester United and Leeds still have their FA Cup fixtures to play, assuming this goes ahead, I think Fernandes is going to be a great pick to have. Crystal Palace and Leeds both at home is a fairly good couple of fixtures. And considering right now, I'd probably say the chance of this Double GAMEWEEK going ahead is 70 to 75% based on the results of the Leeds and Manchester United FA Cup fixtures. Bruno Fernandes would definitely be a player that I'm looking to get into my team personally, as at 9.9 I think he's one of the better premium midfielder options right now, and arguably one of the most informed players in FPL right now, as he has provided 4 consecutive returns for Manchester United. He's been in great touch for them, picking up both goals and assists, and actually since the return of the Premier League season from GAMEWEEK 17 onwards, Bruno Fernandes does have the highest expected assist figure of 3.37, which is absolutely miles ahead of any other player in FPL since the return of the season. So I definitely do like Bruno Fernandes for that reason, and he can come forward and chip in with some goals as well, as the majority of his 4 goals and 5 assists have come from GAMEWEEK 17 onwards. So it's definitely been good to see Bruno Fernandes return to his excellent form that he has shown in previous seasons, and of course with an excellent double of Crystal Palace and Leeds, I think Fernandes is a great player to have in the team, and he's definitely going to be a player that can allow you to have a rank rise. As 7.5% ownership, he's definitely a nice differential to have in midfield. If you are still keen on Kevin De Bruyne, who I know is another popular Premier midfielder, you can definitely look to have Fernandes this week, then maybe swap him to De Bruyne the week after, as De Bruyne does have that double. But if you do have Mo Salah in the team, and Manchester United's Double GAMEWEEK does get confirmed, I think Salah down to Fernandes could definitely be a viable move, as not only does Fernandes have good fixtures, he also has good predicted points for Double GAMEWEEK 22. He actually has one of the highest predicted points for this week with 10.1, which is an absolutely massive amount of predicted points by Fantasy Football Fix. Another player with a good Double GAMEWEEK here is Rodrigo. He's a player that just has an 8.4% ownership right now and could be a very nice differential midfield option here as well. He's coming in at 6.4, so obviously a lot cheaper than Bruno Fernandes, and should be fairly affordable considering the higher owned players are around this price right now in the middle of the park. So he's a good price point to get in the team if you're looking for a nice Leeds midfielder asset, as of course Leeds have Nottingham Forest away as their fixture outside of that double with Manchester United as well. And I think Rodrigo, since he's been in great form this season, 10 goals and 1 assist, he is one of the highest goal scoring midfielders in FPL this year. Could be a very good option to have in the team. He also has a good XG of 6.38, which is one of the highest expected goals figures for midfielders of around his price. That's good to see. Not a massive assister, as well as his expected assist just 1.44, but he is definitely a better goal scorer, that's for sure. And he's got a good predictor points as well with 7.4 for Double GAMEWEEK 22. So another good differential option to target for Leeds. The other player that I would look to target for Leeds as well could be Gnonto, as he's been in great touch for Leeds. He is a fairly cheap price as well, I believe around 5 right now in FPL, so there's a little bit cheaper than Rodrigo. He's obviously a little bit more differential as well, so if he can continue his good goal scoring form and chance creation as well, he could be a nice pick to have in the Leeds attack. But for me, Rodrigo is probably my favourite pick to have from Leeds if you're looking to target a Leeds player in the Double GAMEWEEK. So not too sure. I look towards their defensive assets. I definitely look to target the Leeds attack, as they are a decent attacking outfit, and Rodrigo has been in good touch this season. So for that reason, I do think he's a player to consider there as well. And as the third and final player that we've got here on the players to buy list, it is Solly March. I have seen a lot of discussion and people look to bring in Matoma as their preferred pick, but after looking at some stats between March and Matoma since the return of the Premier League season, so from GAMEWEEK 17 onwards, March has topped most of the key statistics for midfielders. He's got higher shots on target, a similar XG. I believe Matoma just beats him on XG with 1.9 to 1.6, but fairly similar since GAMEWEEK 17. Despite this though, Marsh does triple him at least in expected assist figures. He also has a higher expected FPL points and a higher total FPL points since the return of the Premier League campaign. So all that for just 0.1 more, I do think March would be the player that I'd be looking to get in, as at 5.2, I do really like him at this price. Obviously, Matoma still a decent pick at 5.1, but I think March could be worth the extra 0.1, just considering that he tops the majority of key statistics for midfielders. His ownership is also the lowest out of any player on this players to buy list with just 6%, so for that reason, he could be a great differential to increase the rank, as Brighton arguably have the best single GAMEWEEK fixture in GAMEWEEK 22 with Bournemouth at home. And March obviously will be keen to look to build on his 4 goals and 6 assists this season, as he's been absolutely excellent for Brighton this year. 4.64 XG is pretty decent for a player of his price as well. That's pretty much on par with Gabriel Martinelli, who's also in most people's teams in the midfielders. Martinelli's ownership is nearly 50%, so maybe March could be worthwhile having a look at a similar with a similar XG at a cheaper price. Also, March's XA is 3.4, which is fairly high. Most of this XA has come since the return of the Premier League season as well, so he is creating good chances, especially of late, and he's got a great predicted points for GAMEWEEK 22 as well with 5.4, which is definitely a good amount for a player of his price at just 5.2 million. So for me, I do really like Marsh as well. One thing to look out for with those Brighton assets though is they could have a blank in GAMEWEEK 25. That is a very real possibility. So you could plan the squad around this. Maybe if you've got enough starting players in blank GAMEWEEK 25, you can just drop Marsh to the bench, or you can look for a good 3-week punt in GAMEWEEKs 22, 23, 24, as Brighton do have some good fixtures across the next 3 game weeks, obviously highlighted by Bournemouth at home as their next upcoming fixture. So for that reason, I do think Marsh is a great pick to have in the team, and a good rank riser as well with just a 6% ownership if he goes off for another big score, as he has been doing recently with 3 double-digit hauls in his last 5 to 6 FPL appearances. So he could definitely be a nice option in the midfield for Brighton. Thanks for watching today's players to buy for Double GAMEWEEK 22. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, drop a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel, and click that notification bell as well to stay up to date with all the FPL videos coming your guys' way shortly. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.